Reversed curse techniques. What does this mean, what do they do, and why does Deepwoken need more of these abilities? Let me explain. Have you ever tried doing a mantra and you think to yourself, what if this effect was reversed? Luckily, if you've played Deepwoken for a while, you probably know that reverse sparks exist. As the name implies, reverse sparks make mantras do the opposite of their normal effect. For example, Air Force pushes people away, but in reverse, it pulls in your target. Reversed curse techniques in the anime Jujutsu Kaisen are very similar to reverse sparks, and let's talk about them. One character, Gojo, has an ability, Blue, which pulls in targets, and the reverse techniques, Reversal Red, pushes people away. In this show's world, every single character could learn reverse curse techniques, essentially doubling their combat ability, but not all of these techniques are free to use. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice. One of these reverse curse techniques already in Deepwoken is Raging Static, so let's just take a look. In this first clip, my friend throws out a basic Sinister Halo, dealing decent damage and healing up very little. Now take a look at the reversed curse technique, Raging Static. Insane healing and double damage just for a little bit of health. Raging Static is a modifying talent for static withdrawal and Jumpstart. Jumpstart and its lightning buff deal damage to yourself while improving movement speed, but Raging Static, what I want to talk about, trades out that speed bonus and gives you insane buffs. First of all, Raging Static makes you take less damage during the shock, you deal more damage, and what the talent fails to mention is that all damage you deal applies an electrified status effect. As you can see, for example, Sinister Halo without buffs hurts me about 9%. That's not terrible, but that's the baseline. On the other hand, Raging Static Infuse Sinister Halo deals about 45% more damage, dealing 13% instead of 9% on hit. That's crazy, and it even applies to healing. Earlier I showed you this PvE clip where it really comes into play because elemental damage is extremely useful against monsters or bosses, and that's why Raging Static is insane for healing against monsters. In PvP it's not too crazy, there's like a 33% increase on dealing damage and healing, but it still buffs up our damage. For testing, we were using Sinister Halo, but you are not limited to just one mantra or even mantras at all. Raging Static buffs all type of damage and slaps on electrified status effects as well. This can be ridiculously strong when applying for status and removing it with bonus damage with nullifying clarity. It's a free damage boost that, basically doesn't even hurt. What I really need to focus on about this specific reverse curse technique is that it applies a status effect. We already know that elemental damage is great for PvE, but it even applies to the Storm Enchant. With the Storm Enchant, all electrical damage is converted into purple electricity, and it works a little bit different. Damage is increased, but with Raging Static, all forms of damage apply Storm. Normal Sinister Halo would never shock our enemy, but Raging Static makes that possible and even turns it into the Storm effect. It's pretty damn strong, and you can even have mantras like Gaze, which are basically passive, applying a Storm status effect just by looking at people. I think Deepwoken needs more of these reverse curse techniques, as I like to call them. You sacrifice something, but you also get buffed in the process. I'm a huge fan of curses in general and reverse sparks because I love that high risk, high reward gameplay, and it's just great. Anyway, that's what I think, and share your opinions down below if Deepwoken should implement more reverse curse techniques. That's all I got for now, and make sure to like and subscribe. We're so close to 50,000 subscribers, so let's make it happen. Thanks again, and have a good one.